back. I'm continuing with pages 3 and 4 of my August Trade Mini, and this is a butterfly stamp from Martha Stewart that I am going to be inking with Versamark Watermark ink pad and just sort of stamping all over this background page, and then I'm going to cover it in black embossing powder. And I'm just taking a paintbrush to get rid of any embossing powder that is where I don't want it. And now I'm just melting the embossing powder. That's going to give me a background of shiny butterflies. So next I'm going to take this makeup sponge and this black soot distress ink, and I'm just going to ink the edges of both of the pages. And now I'm going to choose a journaling spot from Creative Imaginations and just put it down on the left side, which is page 3. And then I have this small one that I'm going to put down on page 4, and above it I'm going to put a black and vanilla photo mat, and I'm going to accent the page with these two flowers from Prima and this giant black gem brad. So I'm just going to adhere everything down. For the photo mat, I'm putting vanilla cardstock on black cardstock, and it's big enough for a 2x3 mat. So the black is 2.5 by 3.5, and the vanilla is 2.25 by 3.25. And now I'm just adding glue dots to the back of the flowers so I can stick it down. I love that big gem brad. It's great. I got it at Michael's, part of their newish Recollections line. Okay, so we are now working on pages 5 and 6 of the album, and I am adhering black and vanilla pattern paper from the K & Company Black and Ivory Fusion collection to black cardstock that I will be adhering to green polka dot paper from the Black and Ivory Fusion collection. And it's going to give a faux pocket look. I'm just going to ink all the edges of both pages in black soot distress ink from Ranger. I'm using a makeup sponge as an applicator. And one of the things I did in this book is I had a ribbon that I wrapped around several pages. So actually what I am doing is I'm taking this ribbon and I'm just wrapping it around. Make sure not to pull too tight so the paper doesn't bow. And then I'm going to stick tape on the back to hold the ends down. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put glue dots on the back on the ribbon because I want to do 2 layers of ribbon. So I'm going to put these memory book glue dots on top of the silver ribbon. And you see these purple ribbons I'm going to wrap around. So I'll have purple on top of pewter, and it will be totally loose on the page, so people the recipient of this album, whoever gets it, can slide photos underneath, slide journaling underneath. And then the whole thing will be sturdy because I'm adhering it to this black cardstock. And I did the same thing on the other side. And now I'm just going to add these 2 Prima flowers that are kind of aqua and purple, just to brighten up the page a little bit. Just rubbing up the excess adhesive with my finger. The ATG, you can rub up the excess adhesive as long as you haven't put anything down on top of it. It comes up pretty easily with just a finger. This was paper that was black and ivory from the K & Company Black and Ivory Fusion collection, and I sprayed it with 3 colors of Glimmer Mist. The purplish color, that's the paper, what the paper used to look like. The purplish color is periwinkle. The green, I believe, is spring green or spring mint, something like that. And then the coppery color is suede. And I just am now making a library pocket out of a scrap of the same pattern paper to hold a My Mind's Eye journaling spot. And so I'm folding up the bottom and I'm sticking the tag to make sure it's the right height. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim down the sides. And so I'm taking this and taking it just down to the fold, and then I'm turning it and again taking it just down to the fold, and that's just going to cut a little strip off the side. So I'm going to do it again, taking it just down to the fold and then taking it just into the score line. And now I'm going to use my corner chomper to round all the exposed corners to give it kind of the look of a library card pocket, which is what I was going for. Sorry, the corner chomper is a little off the screen there. And now I'm just going to score where I want to fold the sides around the back. Just doing some scoring. Now I'm just folding the whole thing closed and making sure that the little tag fits in, and then I'm going to just glue down these two sides, and they're going to wrap around the back and create a pocket. So now I want to decorate the pocket with some pom-pom and some green ribbon. So I'm just going to put a little glue on either side of the back where I want to wrap the pom-pom around. So that's what I did there. And now I'm actually going to wrap the ribbon around, the green ribbon. And then I'm just going to glue the entire thing down to the page. And then I'm going to leave the other page, the opposite page, blank so that there's plenty of room for pictures and things like that. So now I'm just going to decorate the tag with some ribbon, just using glue dot to center the ribbon where I want it, and then I'm actually going to staple over the ribbon to have a metal accent, but it will actually be the glue dot that holds it to the page. And like before, I'm going to add a gem. I'm going to actually add a basic gray opaline half pearl in purple to the staples. And then that's that for those two pages. That page I'm leaving blank, and I will continue on with the rest of the album in the next video.